Guys, Tate McRae is here.
Yay!
Normally there's a room full of people,
Yeah.
but now it's just us
A single
rocking
applause.
alone. I know. Tate, my girl, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I saw you last night.
Yeah.
You did your thing at the Forum outside.
Yeah.
And I just thought to myself, I cannot believe she's like growing up right before our eyes. Does that sound
Aw.
crazy to say that?
No, I feel like, yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
Right.
I've known you for a long time now.
Because we've been rocking together. You were still in like high school the first time you came here.
Yeah, like what, 17, 18?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, okay. The performance, I thought you did a really, really good job performing. I feel the emotion when you're on stage performing, right?
Thank you.
But you said something last night where it was like the stage was like an ice rink or something like that.
Something was going on. There
Mm-hmm.
was, the floor was the most slippery floor I've ever been on in my life. Me and the dancers could not even like move at all.
Get out of here.
It was, I kept looking at that being like, is this for real? Like, this is, how are we alive right now? It was actually maybe worse than an ice rink.
But what's interesting is how you made it look easy, which tells you that somebody does it well.
Well, thank you. I mean, the dancers too are such professionals. Like we did our show. We like made the show go on, but we were like, whoa.
It was nerve-wracking.
It was really nerve-wracking.
Okay, the album's officially out.
Yeah.
So close to what? Congratulations on the album.
Thank you.
How do we feel that it's officially out?
It feels like a big weight off my shoulders. I'm so happy. It's just done and out there.
Is there any anxiety or anything like that that comes with like putting something like that out? Because I feel like a lot of the songs are like super, I don't want to say emotional, but there was one song in particular that I felt like sent me on an emotional roller coaster, Like I Do.
Oh, interesting.
Do you feel the same way?
On Like I Do?
Yes.
I mean, Like I Do feels like one of my more sassy songs.
Yeah.
Like that one, I think, yeah, I guess I've never really like spoken like that in a song. That was me just in the studio freestyling and then adding words every time I spoke. So I didn't even know that I was feeling that. But subconsciously, I think it wrote the song itself.
What's interesting is there is a lyric in it that said something like, I don't know if you want to kill me or something like that. And I was like,
yeah.
oh, that is some deep love right there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sometimes being like, you know, when someone feels a little like, I don't know, there's a lot of fake people out there who just, you're like, this is crazy. I can't believe you're a real person.
Mm-hmm.
And being like, I can't tell if you want to kiss me right now, if you want to kill me.
Right.
I thought that was such a funny,
I get that.
funny
I get
line.
that. You say a lot of fake people, but you know what's interesting is how do you, just being in this business, how do you protect your peace? How do you realize who's not real, like who's not for Tate,
Yeah.
and who is for Tate at this level?
I'd say I'm pretty intuitive. So immediately when I meet someone, I get a feeling whether I want to like surround myself with them or not. So I think I get it pretty quickly. But also time tells with friends who sticks around, who's loyal. I would say I'm a pretty loyal friend. The people that I keep close, I keep really close.
Do you feel like you've been guarded with friends or no?
Yeah, I think like I had a bit of trouble in middle school and high school with friends. Because I was always at dance and it was very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
So I think nowadays I feel like a little more guarded, and I like putting all my love into a few people. Like I feel like how I rock.
Oh, you're loving to a few people.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
It also like I guess tells you, you know, who's for you, who's not for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can always feel that and get that reaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to go back to the album. So, A Weight's Lifted Off of Your Shoulders.
Yeah.
It's a really good album for people that have not streamed it. Last night you made everybody promise that before they left, you got to go home and stream the album,
Yeah.
which I thought was amazing. It's a weight off your. So people who have not heard the album right now, what do you want them to know about So Close to What?
I would say don't go in with any expectations. I think there's lots of different sounds and textures in the album, and it's not just one thing. I feel like I experimented with a lot of different lanes and genres, dipping my toes in. Like a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Like Nostalgia at the end of the album is a bit more folky, and like I Do, I feel like is a bit more like maybe trap heavy, and then like Miss Possessive, I would say it feels a little more like early 2000s inspired a bit more. So I think it kind of ranges in the album.
The song with the Kid Leroy, I feel like gives me a very good poppy feel.
Yeah,
And
it's very pop.
Listen, I'm a pop guy. You know how they say pop girly? I'm a pop
I love
guy.
that. Yeah.
And I love that song right there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I am such a sucker for a good pop melody. Like in the chorus, like it just hits you and it feels good and it's that boost of serotonin. I'm a sucker for it.
I will say, I feel like the pop girlies of this season, you, Sabrina, everybody like that, I feel like you guys have done a great job at bringing pop music back, if that makes sense. Because I feel like a lot of people have a tendency to like on it, you know what I'm saying? Like they act like it's too, they act like they're too cool to listen to it. But like I feel like you guys have really done a really good job at like bring that sound back.
Yeah, I think it's just like at this point in the industry, so many things have been experimented and done, and every single song has been written before. So all you can do is just shamelessly like what you like and make what you like. Like if I like something and I'm like, oh, this is my guilty pleasure song, I'm just gonna release it because I think it's fun to listen to, and if I personally like it, then I don't really care what anyone else thinks because it's like I like really pop songs and good melodies and I think it's like it's lame to judge nowadays and it's lame to think things are cringy. I think.
Me too. You said something earlier in the week that I was like, that is my girl. You said you don't look up yourself online because when it comes
never.
Why that face?
No, it's just like I think it's stupid to look yourself up. It'd be like reading a book of all of the good things and the bad things that anyone has ever said about you. Like, I would never want to look at that book.
Absolutely.
And that's the internet. So
has there ever been a period where you're like, let me go online and see what people are saying, or let me go on TikTok, or let me go on Instagram and just like go down a rabbit hole, or no?
Sometimes I think if it comes up on my like For You page, then I'll be like, I'll like click on it. But I don't have Twitter. I don't look up anything on Instagram. It's mostly just TikTok that I can go down a hole on.
I feel like I had to give up social media because in reality, I just feel like it's not real.
It's not real. And what I've realized recently is I love my reality. I love my real reality with my people around me, the way I wake up, my like mindset, the coffee I have in the morning. Like I love life. When I get depressed is when I go on my phone. Like, why are we making our reality so unfun because we're stuck in a little device? Like, that is so conflicting.
I agree 100%. I feel like I had to unfollow like all of those toxic pages and things like that because it's essentially not healthy.
It's very not healthy. It's so much hate for no reason. Like, and all those bad feelings, like, it's like when you were younger and you'd get into those, like, you'd get stuck into a group and you'd be like, oh my God, we're gossiping now. And you feel so icky after and you want to shower and you're just like, that's how you feel 24/7 looking at your phone because it's just a little icky. Yeah,
let's just give it up for a couple of days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gearing up for the world tour. I'm super excited. We talked about this a couple of months ago when you made the announcement. Yeah. What is your favorite thing about touring?
There's a certain moment where we get into a flow. It's like, I think halfway through, we're like on a final stretch. And everyone gets into a flow where you just have the most fun on tour. There's no more kinks to get out. It's so relaxed backstage. And you're just like in a groove. And that's my favorite part of tour.
Do you have a pre-tour ritual? Like before you guys go on stage, is there anything that you do to set your mind right before you get out there and give it your all?
Yeah, I mean, I do my own glam. So I put on...
Do you really?
I do. I'll sit there for an hour and a half or however. I'll take my time and I'll put on like high frequency. It sounds so... I put on like high frequency noises just to make me feel uplifted. And then I'll do my vocal warm up and I'll stretch and do some abs and stuff with the dancers. And then we hype each other up and we go on stage.
Is there a butterflies in your gut before you get out there and do your thing?
It depends on the show. When there's lots of people that I know in the crowd, that freaks me out more. But when it's a room full of strangers, I don't think it really freaks me out.
Last night at the Forum, you about to get on the ice rink stage.
You know, I wasn't scared until I stepped on the stage, and I felt that ice rain.
Oh, so it wasn't like because of people that were in the audience doing watching you. It was that stage.
It was like, well, let's see how this goes. Like we all were stepping under our feet. It was crazy.
But you did a really good job.
Thank you.
What else is going on with Tate McRae that everybody needs to know about?
I mean, just I don't know, releasing this album, going to New York next week, doing SNL, which will be fun. And then, yeah, getting ready for tour this year.
I'm super excited about when I saw the SNL announcement with the little plaque cards, March 1st. I love that you're doing that. What's the preparation that goes into you being the musical guest on SNL?
Well, I start rehearsals next week. So, it's really quick. Like, you do rehearsals week of, and then, I'll learn the whole piece and then do it on Saturday.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Tate, thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No.
It's always a pleasure to see you when I get to see you because it's always a good time. I love your energy. I love everything that you are doing right now.
Thank you.
It's when I was in the audience last night and I saw people just like glowing watching you on stage.
Aww.
Like I was like, wow, she's really out here doing her thing. That's the feel good though when you look in the audience and you see like people just like singing your songs back. Like that has to feel good as an artist, yes?
Of course. They're like what makes their energy is my energy. It's just I feed off of them and it's just good vibes at our shows. So
is that trippy?
It is a little trippy because I mean that's like being on stage is if you think too hard about it, it's a really weird thing. So you're like, oh, whoa, like they really can see me right now. Like I'm fully exposed, which is freaky. But I think when I think about them and I think about like just going outwards, not like them looking inwards, it helps.
It's interesting because the one thing about like, you talk to artists who've been doing it for a minute, like, the invention of phones and how that performance just like lives on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Like they would talk about like, I remember interviewing someone and they were saying like, if you had a misstep or you had like no one ever knew about it because it's just literally.
It's just gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like now they're like.
That's actually the most nerve-wracking part of touring because the show part of it, like no one cares. You're all in the room to listen to music and feel the vibe and have fun. The people that care are the people who weren't there and watch after.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Why do you feel that way?
I mean, when they take videos and see videos, they just don't see it in full context. You know?
Yeah. They just see this one thing and they take it and run with it.
Yeah, they see like a 4-second clip and then they're like, "Oh, she sounds awful," or like they look bad, or this person is blah, blah. And it's just like, okay, it's like 3 seconds.
I always get online. I'll be like, you weren't even there.
Yeah.
You are not going to talk about my girl like that because I will fight you.
You just kind of have to, that's where you don't look at your phone and that's where you just have to be like, that was, the energy in that crowd was amazing and that was, got to just remember that feeling.
What is the best part of being on stage or just being anywhere and sharing your gift? Besides
the fact that I just love singing and dancing, like if I feel just lucky that I'm able to do it and people care. Like that's a really crazy platform to have.
How do you not let that go to your head?
I think because I'm more hard on myself than like anybody. I don't think it'll ever like it couldn't go to my head. My head's like steel. Like I'm like, yeah, it's a lot. It's like crazy up there. So I don't think I can never feel like too like whoa, I'm the vibe because I feel like there's just too many things that you're criticizing and analyzing for it to ever get to that point.
It's so funny. I'll see things on YouTube and they'll say something about like a question or just like something. And it's like, you cannot say anything to hurt me that I have not said in here already.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, you've thought the worst thoughts of yourself.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And I think the painful part is when someone confirms it. That's when you're like, oh my God.
All right, Tate, thank you so much. Congratulations on the album. Congratulations on the world tour. And of course, we are so proud of you here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.